Travis Wayne Goodsall. I am the guy that Mormons all want dead. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was so pissed with my videos yesterday that they are still continuing the cyber terrorist attack. First with YouTube, saying, hey, there's suspicious activity on YouTube, Travis. What, doing normal posting? But this morning, after I succeeded, after the Mormons' shift was over yesterday, being able to continue to check on, I think I posted another video last night too, didn't I? But, yeah, I was left alone at that time. I noticed these patterns of shift workers. But this morning, I decided to check out Smith's. I'm got the munchies, and so I'm curious. So I check, hold off doing my video, and access denied. Google owns YouTube. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owns Google. They're the major stock investor. One call, that's all. They have employees working for Google just like they do for YouTube. They know my IP address. The church has also been cyber terrorizing me, as I did that posting yesterday, showing you how the church also cyber terrorized me yesterday morning. I'm seeing patterns. It's a pattern of practice. There's 3. That's all that's required. And so checking Microsoft, yeah, came right up. No problems whatsoever. Not denied on this server. Huh. So it's just Google. These are the kinds of tactics that I've had to deal with by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The leaders give the orders. The reason why the escalation yesterday and into today is because I'm the one who called the death day of Holland. Yep, me. Just like I did for Nelson with the calendar date and clock time for Nelson. The reason why I'm able to do this is because of the story we get to tell you today. Tale as old as time. When I went running this morning, it was freezing. A massive drop in temperature overnight. And then there was wind chill on top of it. And there's the regular homeless that are still there. In the news, here for Utah locally, the homeless are dying in the streets. This has been a controversy, specifically for Salt Lake, with Mayor Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall having to fire the previous chief of police, whom I've had dealings with, to try to get him to do his job, warning him that the police under him want him fired because they're not doing their job, and then he gets fired. And so the new Chief Red is, again, low moraled as the cops refuse to do their job. So when I get back to my apartment, I see across the street a cop just sitting there waiting for somebody to blow through a red light so he can get a quota traffic ticket to get paid. No, we don't call them quotas, Travis. We don't do quotas in Utah. No. Yes. Don't lie to us. And so try to flag him down and point him to the direction of his job that he's supposed to be doing. The homeless are dying in the streets. And it's freezing with a wind chill this morning. And there's the cop refusing to do his job, just sitting there waiting for somebody to blow through a red light. I know him by his fruits. The cop is corrupt. He would rather let the homeless die than do his job, to merely take them to a shelter to get out of the cold, and if necessary, medical attention. That's all he has to do. I mean, yeah, the homeless go right back to the streets. But it's your job. Serve and protect, isn't it? Or is it punish and enslave? Oh wait, that was Transformers. So, anybody work for an architectural firm or a construction company? How do you know if the blueprints are true and good? This is basic doctrine. This is what I started YouTube doing. And it's pathetic that I have to keep doing basic doctrine 101 for you guys. You read, ponder, and pray and get the right feeling, huh? Look at these blueprints. They're so true. So true. Yep. I feel so good about it. Pay the church for these awesome blueprints. You can receive these blueprints too. They're so awesome. I feel so good. You can feel good too. Read, ponder, pray. You do know, having told you what I've told you, that I get punished for trying to produce what's on the blueprints. All I did was the video about Holland dying. Everybody else could have done it too. Some people did. KUTV2 did. It was just a plagiarism of what the church posted, but you know? Exactly. Blueprints are no good unless you produce the results. You have no clue if the blueprints are going to survive or if they're not going to survive. We get sung the song in primary as Mormons about building your home on sand or on a rock. And then the floods come up, the rains come down, and washes the home away on the sand. You got to build on a firm foundation. And so the only way to know is to run the test. Build your home on a rock. Oh, cool. But if you didn't know to build your home on a rock, this is your first time building a home, somebody says, hey, build it on that sand. Okay. You run the test. And then your home collapses and drifts off into the sea. You now know that building your house on the sand is false. And the person who told you to do that is your enemy. Not complicated. Everybody knows this. And yet, somehow, you've allowed the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to convince you not to run this simple basic test that's all over the scriptures. Matthew chapter 7, 3 Nephi 14, plagiarized, Alma chapter 32, and other stories that illustrate this doctrinal principle. Like Nephi's tree of life dream. The iron rod is the Word of God. So you see the beginning of the iron rod. You see that at the end, far off in the distance, is the tree of life. You see Lehi saying, come unto me. Follow the iron rod. Hold on. I need to read, ponder, and pray about this. Hey, I prayed. I got the right feeling. I feel good about it. And then nothing. You now know the tree of life is true because you prayed and got the right feeling. Huh? You seriously get angry at me, want to murder me, not just deny me food, shelter, basic existence, like a Jew. All because I won't submit to your stupidity, your mental retardation, your white supremacist Christian nationalist bullying. Or are you projecting because you got conned by this church? You got deceived. And so you take it out on others who don't equally get deceived with you. You can choose. I'll let you decide. But don't threaten me. And you will anyway. I'll still have the Mormons who rush to put a thumbs down on this video. And occasionally, a Mormon who threatens to murder me or gives a false testimonial. I have not said that the Book of Mormon is false. In case you didn't catch it, I said the Book of Mormon is true. It's the test you're supposed to run. You didn't run the test, but you still claim it's true. But you don't know the results of the word of the Book of Mormon because you didn't go to the tree by following the iron rod. I held to the iron rod and got to the tree and partook of the fruit and know the results. It's true. Not just the parts that plagiarize the Bible. But the ones that don't. They're also true. And so the leaders of the church, they don't teach you this. So run the test on them. Oops, false. That was quick and easy. And painless. Not for them. They just got exposed. So yes, when Holland dies, a leader of the great and abominable Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints died. I'm not going to weep over that. I'm going to rejoice. Because maybe there might be a Mormon who will finally go, wait a minute. And then begin to listen and do, so that they too can find out the truth. But we're in the latter days of the latter days. Time is about up. They're trying to murder you, remember? They're the great and abominable Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They're the enemy of all mankind. Do you see how much power they have? I moved the pictures so I can put them in the video for you. To show you. I'm willing to bet if you ran the test on Google, Smiths would show up for you. You're on a different server. Mine apparently has the 30,000 emails of Hillary Clinton. And yet I'm trying to save Trump's life. But the church is blocking me from getting to him to notify him of the danger he's in. Because the Huntsmans are in the Epstein files. They're everywhere. And so, yeah, I've had to miraculously survive all of the failed death threats, the attempts to murder me, the hired hitmen. And when they fail, they get punished. The devil never supports his own, guys. You're being used. You're in bondage. You need to be set free. Set free. And the first step to getting set free is to recognize you're in bondage. And then you got to know how to learn. To learn how to know. It's right there in the scriptures the whole time. Real simple. You know how it's supposed to be done. You just, for some reason, even if it was being born in this church, that you disconnected. And so this is why 15 million Mormons have left the church. Because the church lies. And they know that the Book of Mormon is not literal history, and the church says the church is true because the Book of Mormon is literal history. Pray and get the right feeling. See? Church is true. And the 15 million Mormons left because they know the Book of Mormon is not literal history. They don't know what it is, but they know it's not literal history. They ran the test, and it's not literal history, and so they left the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that claims the Book of Mormon as literal history. But they have no clue what it is. They've never ran that test. I just told you how to do it. I just told you that it's true. I showed you that it's true. Gave you examples. So that's it. That's all. Nothing complicated. The church is pissed that I called out Holland's death. Sign in the heavens. From Revelation chapter 12. It's a 3-hour video on my homepage. So if you want to learn more about it, there it is. But people are going to do what they're going to do, and YouTube will suppress my views and only allow a certain amount of views, and then demand that I pay them in order to get more views. That's an extortion racket. It's a crime. just like denying me access to the food store. That's a crime. It's a pretty serious one. It's a cyber terrorist attack. You know, terrorism. For what Trump is bombing Nigeria for. Church funded that, by the way. I did that yesterday. That's the one with Trump bombing Nigeria. I'm just going to go back to bed.